Been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers.
It is your boy Farai. Thank you once again for tuning in. You here to learn how to mix trap vocals. I'm here to help you achieve that goal. Basically, we're going to be breaking down all sorts of methods to really just get you a much cleaner vocal sound. This is pretty much emulating an analog mixing console, which you might see in a popular studio, of artists that you may follow. You know what I mean? So stay tuned. There are a few free presets in the description box, as well as a link to this full FLP that will really just set you miles ahead in the game of recording. As long as you really concentrate on getting that good vocal take, let this template do the rest. So without further ado, let's take a listen. You know what I mean? Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Feel free to ask questions in the comment section. Let's get it.
Yeah, been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires. Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers. Yeah, I don't want drugs, I'm on a come down. Say she like breaking hearts for fun now. Demons come out when the sun's out, yeah.
Remember what you said once? That you'd rather regret doing something stupid than regret doing absolutely nothing.
I don't want drugs, I'm on a come down. Say she like breaking hearts for fun now. Demons come out when the sun's out,
So there you go. If you enjoyed that, stick around. You know what I mean? Really interesting workflow that we have today. But yeah, so pretty much as you can see right here, I've color coded everything per section. You know what I mean? So we've got 3 main sections. Most important would be your main vocal. You know what I mean? Because obviously that's what you're recording, your main vocal take. That's where when you hear this, you're hearing, you know what I mean, pretty much the full mix as well as the beat. Which for this template, you'd want to use at around -3. So if you look at the beat. If we kind of just hit where the drums are, this beat, by the way, is produced by Kim J. Beat is called I'm Missing, my bad. I'm illiterate today, but yeah. So as you can see right here, the beat I've just kind of remixed again, just a little bit. You know what I mean? It was pretty loud and too bassy, so important to get a leveled instrumental before starting your mix. You know what I mean? If I just take a listen.
Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers. Yeah, I don't want drugs, I'm on a come down.
You know what I mean? It doesn't get any louder than -3, you know what I mean? So it's important because obviously your limit is set up that way. And for those who do decide to purchase this, the gain staging is pretty much set up that you're going to want to record, there are tips everywhere all over this template, you know what I mean? Every single channel that is important will have a little note which will guide you through the process of recording. Obviously, you will start off by adding your mic input, you know what I mean? And then it is obviously rooted to this channel. You will find a completely stock version as well. As you can see, you will receive the editor's copy as well, which is my copy, which pretty much just has a few. This is obviously a free download, but this, for example, is not, you know what I mean? But you'll find all of these kind of emulation and replicas, which do sound pretty much the same. I mean, if I turn that off and turn this,
Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers.
It's really just, ooh, that was interesting. It's just little things that, you know what I mean, can contribute towards a more kind of analog sound. But anyway, let's kind of break down what we have. First off, I'll obviously turn off the 2 most important parts with the main vocal on it. And so just so you can hear kind of what's going on in terms of the mix.
Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers. Yeah, I don't want drugs, I'm on a come down.
You know what I mean? So as you can hear right there, pretty much just bare bones, stock standard recording. That's pretty much how you want to be doing it. It's really important to make sure that you record as dry of a vocal as possible. Otherwise, every single one of these effects are not really going to help you. You know what I mean? So once we turn those back on, you can kind of hear.
Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers. Yeah, I don't want drugs, I'm on a come down. Say she like breaking hearts for fun now.
You know what I mean? So a blend between, as you can see right here, we've got our main vocal going towards all these effects right here. You can kind of just take a look in slow motion. Just reverbs, 2 reverbs, delay, hardcore just for the vocal doubler. And then, you know what I mean, some parallel compression, which I'll save for a different video. But starting off, what we have is obviously our auto-tune. Now, I'm using 2 auto-tunes. One auto-tune just to kind of smoothen out the pitch of the vocal, because I am by no means a singer, so I do require sometimes that extra bit of help. And as you can see, really relaxed settings, you know what I mean? So this is more of a massage auto-tune. And then we go for more of our, our aggressive auto-tune style, you know what I mean? So blending between those two can really give you an interesting sound. But because we kind of want to emulate a mixing console, if you look at a SSL console, you'll see that there is a EQ embedded in the console. So here we go. This is our first EQ, which I'm just using to really just blend and tone the vocal. So if I kind of turn that off.
Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers. Yeah, I don't want drugs, I'm gonna come down.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of tightening up the bass of the vocal right there. As you can see, I'm dipping a bit of 150, dipping a bit of 330, you know, when I refer to these numbers, I'm referring to, you know, 330 being there, you know what I mean? We're doing something like that. And yeah, download this. This is the Modern Series console. Just type in Modern Series console VST for free, and you should find a download link on VST for free. You know, that blending in with a secondary EQ. Now, obviously, as I said, you could use these two EQs instead of this one. All we're doing is a slight boost at 1000 Hertz, as you can see right there, just a 1 dB boost, and then a 15K boost of 1 dB, very similar to that. And what's cool about this EQ is it has two high-pass filters. You know, I've been really experimenting with how to get rid of as much bass as possible with your vocal, because I just don't like it clashing with the drums. You really want those two things separated. But yeah, heading over to, you know, obviously you'll get all of those tips and all that, but you know, we've got this secondary EQ because it's almost like I'm recording and then sending my vocal towards a vocal bus or vocal group, if that's what you want to call it, where all of our vocals are kind of going to there. You know what I mean? All these doubles are not really too important in this video today. You know, if I really solo them out, if I kind of just get rid of this. You know, everything else is really soft within the mix. I don't know where that white noise is coming from. It's pretty interesting. But yeah. On our vocal chain right here, man, you know, just another bit of EQ. But now, you know, we do a bit of de-essing as well. I find it important to de-ess before doing any heavy processing. And man, you'll be getting ready to really check out what's going on. But this is the beauty of what is going on in this template that I've been working so hard on. And as you can see, there are notes on every stage of what is going on. So this might look a bit confusing, but for those, you know, really interested, my bad. I don't know why. Yeah, there you go. Obviously, you know, if you do decide to purchase this, what will happen is sometimes these things don't pop up. So it's just kind of important to, you know, double check everything and make sure it's all there. But basically what's going on here is our vocal comes from FL Studio, right? Which is pretty much just from that de-esser, goes into this input. So all I really want on this green channel or this green little meter right here is just to make sure that my vocal's not going any louder than -9. That's important because, you know, we've got compression going on and that kind of thing. So
been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires.
And then on the output, it never gets louder than -3. So that's perfect leveling, you know what I mean? And that's what makes this template beautiful, is you can actually now start to really hone in on getting the same levels as me to achieve that perfect sound. And a good kind of comparison is using this compressor right here, which we'll get into later. If it goes above -1 decibel of gain reduction, you are coming into this vocal chain too loud, so just kind of follow me here.
Been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers.
So really that -1 is just telling you that you're in the sweet spot right there. But anyway, let's kind of break down what we have. So obviously that's not affecting the sound, that's just the reference level. Now what's so cool about this is we've got this kind of bus color 4, which I'm really using as a kind of almost like a channel driver, you know what I mean, just to give it a bit of a sound. So what's so cool about this, if you watched my drum mixing video, I did this on the 808, but really this interesting plugin, the bus color 4, it allows you to really choose between different colors, you know what I mean, of distortion. So right here, I think I was using the rock, but if you go to dark, you get a darker sound. If you go to lush, you get a lush sound, whatever that means. Everything sounds a little bit different, but that just gives you so much option before even starting your mix, really. To just kind of pick and choose on what you like.
Been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires. Love's like
all slightly differently. I think this vibe was a bit too harsh for my vocal. Everything else kind of sounded good. I'm just going to keep it at rock. If you really want a bit more aggression, you could boost the input and then turn down the output, you know what I mean? And that would drive our saturate a bit harder. But anyway, the next thing we do then is a bit of EQ, you know what I mean? And this is just a stock standard rap EQ. We're rolling off at around 90, 80 Hertz, my bad. and then we're just dipping wherever needed, so you can kind of just, you know, move in between your vocal, listen to what you don't like and get rid of it, just like I did here. And then we're just kind of rolling off 20,000 hertz just to give it that analog style, analog filter, you know what I mean? And then right here we're using this Logic, you can use any compressor. I just really like using SSL style compressor just to compress our vocal a little bit, you know what I mean? You could use a free compressor in place of this. And then yeah, after compression, what we do is we do some vocal EQ again, and this is also just again getting rid of a bit of the lower mids, getting rid of some of the higher mids just to remove the harshness, you know what I mean? And then boosting the top end to just make our vocals shine. And as you can see, don't worry about everything below SFX section, just worry about these two right now. So as you can see, we split the vocal and do a whole bunch of other stuff, right? But the main thing is, if we kind of just turn this off, basically we go from vocal EQ to limiter to our EQ, you know what I mean? But what we do is we do some parallel compression, right? So sometimes obviously the problem with, there we go, with this style of doing things is sometimes the plugin will pop up behind our little area right here, you know what I mean? Now I've got the wrong thing up. There we go. Parallel compression basically means I duplicate the vocal just to get a bit more loudness out, and you can control that by using this you know, little meter knob over here, and you want to keep it at 100 obviously, but you can dip it.
Been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires. Love's like riding in the rain with...
And that's really just compressing it just a tiny bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, on the effects, obviously we do a bit of reverb. It's just easy for me to work within this area because I can actually see all the sends I'm doing. It's exactly the same as if, let me just get that out the way, as me, you know what I mean, sending my vocal to one of these, you know what I mean? It's exactly the same in this scenario right here. We send our vocal to our main channel, but we also send it to here. And as you can see, you know, with this kind of God mode verb right here, we don't send a lot, you know what I mean? I'm not using more than 11%.
Been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed...
You know what I mean? And what I like to do, so I like to send a bit of reverb just to add a bit of ambience to the vocal. And then what I like to do is also just flange the vocal as well. If you do not own this is 20 bucks. Honestly, such a good deal because you get all of these presets, and each preset is a whole different type of thing. You've got distortions, you know what I mean, reverbs, flanges that sound pretty much some of the best in the game to me personally. 20 bucks, you know what I mean, for that piece of gear. But yeah, I send that a little bit as well, just like 20%. Now I'm running out of space right here. It is nice to be able to full screen it, then you can really just stretch things out. But yeah, as you can see right there, see, that's why I can't see now. Just look in the top left corner, just 20%, you know what I mean, of a set.
Been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires. Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers.
I mean, that's beautiful, you know what I mean? Without it, it sounds a bit dry. What I do as well is just the quarter note delay. So just listen how the delay kind of is blending in. And we're doing it at about 3% just to keep it at the bottom of the vocal.
Been a long year, every...
You know what I mean? So we just want to keep that in the background, you know what I mean? Feel free to go check out Future's vocal delay trick if you really want to learn how to do this. But, you know, these are all from Seth Firkin's ideals when it comes to mixing. Rest in peace, Seth. Shout out Juicefold for getting on that tape with Future. It is amazing. It's going to sound good. But yeah, so basically after we do all this interesting stuff right here, man, we also compress it just a little bit, limited. This is kind of a, I forget the original name. This is a Fairchild style compressor. Really nice for just limiting. The Beatles used to use something similar just to limit the vocals. So as you can see, whenever things get loud, it's just pushing it back a dB.
Been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires. Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers.
You know, that's what's so beautiful about this preset. There's just so many little things you can do without adjusting too much to give you a completely different vocal sound. So basically what this time constant means is it's a variable attack and release time. Basically, it means that it's gonna... you can actually see the attack, you know what I mean? It's all these little variable attack and release times that just allow you to push the vocal in different ways, you know what I mean, to keep it simple. But yeah, then again, we just use another bit of EQ, but this time we're boosting a lot of the top end. Because after compression, you want to boost a bit of the top end. And then, yeah, just another patcher within a patcher. You don't really need to worry about all this stuff. This is just kind of sciencey stuff, but we just get rid of some of the stereo section and treat it just so we can really hear that vocal stick out of the of the mix. And yeah, that's all the complicated stuff aside. If I obviously turn this off,
been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires. Love's like,
I mean, wow, I'm so amazing, man. I'm so like happy that this works. I've tested this with over like 20 beats. I've just been running through type beats all week, actually all month, you know what I mean, just to try to work out something that really works in many different situations. So as long as you have pretty much, this is just annoying me. I just need to turn this back on because I can't really see what's going on in my mixer. There we go. But yeah, as long as you have a nice dry recording similar to what I had before all this processing, you know, you should get good results. And as long as you stick to all of the rules that are provided, you should be good to go, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much what I can show you in terms of mastering. Bit of bus compression, you will get this on the note right here. Basically what I do with the bus compression is, you can use any compressor you like, any sort of free SSL bus compressor. I know I think it's called I forget, but yeah, I mean, you know, shout out Royal Music, he might provide you with some download links for different types of SSL clones. Actually, the Logic channel is an SSL clone, so you could use this as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a meter, but all I want to do is you can go and check out the mix bus compression video as well if you want to learn how to compress on the master bus on your master channel. But just watch what's going on and you can understand what's going on.
Been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires. Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers. Yeah, I don't want drugs, I'm gonna come down.
So yeah, this really just helps compress anything that gets too loud. So I think I'm compressing a bit of the vocal.
Been a long year, every day I'm tired.
You know what I mean? So we compress that main vocal with the drums and all that. You can kind of see it react to that as well.
Been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires.
And you know what I mean? It's just beautiful. So again, what I do is a bit of EQ. You could use any EQ you'd like. I'm just really interested in this Trident A range. This was built by engineers for engineers, and they just really dodgy things going on with this EQ that make it really interesting. For example, 15K has some weird variable distortion going on, and you know, just another boost at 1K just to pop the vocal out, and then another little boost here at 9K just to really help that shine. And then yeah, just pretty much spreading the vocal with the S1. You could use the A1 imager, that is a free replica of this, which will be provided obviously in the stock FLP. And then yeah, just limit it to perfection, you know what I mean, and you're good to go. That's really, just turn it down for YouTube obviously, but that's pretty much all, you know what I mean. So I'll just play this again for old time's sake, and you know what I mean, free downloads in the description for a few presets that I used in this template. Download link in the description as well if you want to purchase this. It is always appreciated. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you watched the whole video, hope you learned something of an analog workflow, just to kind of help you with what's going on right here. We go from our microphone input, boom, we go into our main vocal where we do a bit of EQ and toning of the vocal. You know, we auto tune if needed, and then we push it into our vocal chain where we're doing all of this processing, which is really simple if you just keep it simple, you know what I mean. We've got some saturation, EQ, compression, EQ again, compression again, EQ, you know what I mean. That's all that's going on, and then EQ again, you know, nothing really too crazy. And then yeah, we can just use our output gain over here just to control if we want things to be louder or softer. And then yeah, just a bit of stereo spreading, which you can use the A1 instead. I just really like this because I have a hardware piece of this. But yeah, talk too much, video's probably way too long. If you enjoyed, drop a like, stop at the web store. Shout out to everyone. Peace out.
Yeah, been a long year, every day I'm tired. Broke my heart and killed me, Mike Myers. Lost my head, got me spinning like tires. Love's like riding in the rain with no wipers. Yeah, I don't want drugs, I'm gonna come down. Say she like breaking hearts for fun now. Demons come out when the sun's out, when the sun's out, yeah.